crown. Oh, baby, take a bow. I'm so glad I found you. I don't remember how it goes. When the clocks change and Julia doesn't realize it's not 2:30. No, this would be her face. Wait. Boy. Yeah. What are you doing? When it's 2:30? What are you doing? I always see this where her mouth is open. I like to kiss right on her chin. Her breath is fishy smell. I always ignore them these haters and No, Sheila. Yeah, we're all gonna be sad one day.
No problem, Nutty. Happy birthday to your son. Hope he has a good one.
I think
And hello to you, Nutty. Yeah, no problem at all. Hopefully he gets the replay, but either way, glad to at least say hi tonight. Starting a little bit early tonight for anybody just coming in.
What matters is on the inside.
Let me get the music off. All right. Yeah, we're starting early tonight. I was going to show Foodie's celebration of Ramadan. I was going to show another piece of the glitter and lasers exercise puzzle.
I must look up this.
Oh, let me get the...
I have not seen you buy cheesies in a while. How long has it been since you gave Howie some? Maybe that's why he packed his bags and ran away. That's so cute. You know what?
All right. Hopefully
I need to give him a cheesy.
Hopefully the audio is a little bit better here.
I haven't given him a cheesy since the last video.
Okay.
Smushy face, Julia.
Welcome in, Mouse Toes.
Breath, yeah.
Welcome in, Fiona's mom. We're getting started a little early tonight.
The audio's going in and out. Why? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, the audio's going in and out. I think that might be on Foodie's end. Hopefully that's on Foodie's end, not on mine. Okay, yeah, I think that's on Foodie's end, Fiona. Thankfully. I was having a problem with the audios for a few weeks, but fingers crossed. I think I have it fixed. I think I figured out what the problem was. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in early. Yes, Shins is in the background. She is actually on the screen that hopefully I'm sharing. This here is a live stream she's doing at the moment.
What's for Sufu?
So let me turn up the volume because you can barely hear it. Hold on.
I don't even know.
Foodie is doing a live Ramadan stream. So I decided I'm going to cover the live stream. Why not? At least some of it.
I just want to
see if it's interesting.
I just want water. But no, I should eat.
Let me pause it for a second. Okay, so everybody can hear me a little bit better. Hopefully everybody was able to hear me over Chantel because she's pretty darn quiet. But I paused it just for a second. Let me just formally welcome everyone in. A happy birthday again to your son, Nutty. Welcome in, Mouse Toes. Welcome in, Fiona's mom. Welcome in, Nora Lizu Pandu. Welcome in, Sherry C333. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you're all having a great evening. Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about Ramadan. We're going to be talking a little bit about exercise. We're going to be talking a little bit about fitness, all kinds of things.
I love chicken nuggets.
How is everybody tonight?
I seriously do. And potato wedges.
Yes, Fiona's mom.
Whenever I lived. Hey, Kim Richards.
Oh, and by the way, there was a super chat earlier, which some of you may have missed, and it was the funniest super chat. I wish I saw. When I saw that, I had to go live. It was: is Salah allowed to eat shit during Ramadan, or does he have to wait till iftar? Is he allowed to eat dookie during Ramadan, or does he have to wait till sundown? So I thought that was a good question. I don't think Foodie gave a straight answer to that, but that was a good question. So let's see what else she has to say.
Whenever I lived in one of my first apartments, actually I was living with Shannon's mom, and I always bought these potato wedges, frozen ones, and I would make a package of
Shitty the Food. Welcome.
No, not Knorr, McCormick's. Demi.
I love that picture.
Glaze gravy, demi-glace. I don't know if you ever had that. Oh my gosh.
Demi-glaze. Salah demi-glazed the toilet.
See, always food. And these sausages called Big Cheese. And they were these huge sausages and they had cheese in the middle. And every time you bit into it,
We know Chantel loves the big sausage with the cheese in the middle, right? Or even the green sausage, the little sausage with the cheese in the middle. As long as she can get squirt something.
will
I'm being
squirt
so
hot
vulgar.
cheese on
I'm
your
being
lip and you
terrible.
get a 5th degree burn.
Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying the show a little bit early tonight. We're going to be covering some videos as well. That Foodie is live, talking about Ramadan, what it means to her. And for anyone who's not aware, Foodie is not fasting this year on Ramadan. Although she didn't really fast last year, but she figured out the secret. You sleep all day, and then you can wake up when it's sundown, and you can say you fasted all day. That's what she's doing this year. And technically, she has an excuse because of her diabetes, but she doesn't even need it officially. She's just going to sleep all day. She's got to figure it out, because that's surely what was meant when they said you should fast. Shocked and surprised. I am too, Nora. I am too. You know, I really thought that she was going to at least pretend to fast a little bit, but she's not even pretending. She's coming out straight up with, I'm just sleeping all day.
Yeah, tell well, I don't speak very
And I'm leaving on the comments on purpose, even if it's a little hard to read some of them, because I think the comments are funnier than some of the actual video.
Well, not to be gross, but honestly, I took an omeprazole because the
and in the chat we could see, hey, welcome to gifts.
If I'm going to be taking like anti-inflammatories, which I've cut down on, by the way.
She's cut down on her anti-inflammatories, which is great, because Chantel is having, doctor said she was suffering from kidney problems, pretty bad, as well as, liver problems. So a lot of anti-inflammatories are not a good idea to mix those in there. And Salah is active in the chat. Salah has been singing. I don't know when we're going to get Salah back, but I could smell it coming. I could smell it.
That's the only pain medication you get here, really. Okay. Take Tylenol and anti-inflammatory.
Fiona's mom. I mean, I think it's, if you want to tell Chantel, you know, that she doesn't know what she's doing, I mean, you could argue she's got it completely figured out. It's just poo. Okay, poo. Yeah, he's allowed to have the pooter. Oh. All right, I'm glad you folks got that. Yeah, I saw a little something on the way here. I thought that was the chicken majboos.
And I don't think I'm going to take that anymore. I don't know if it's that, but they give you sulfur gas. Like,
they give you more than usual?
Burping, and like, it's just, it's horrendous.
So, is this what Salah requested?
It's disgusting. I don't know if it's from that. That's the only thing that's changed.
Well, now we know why he's been spending all this time with her lately.
Yeah, I know, Kiki.
It's got her eating the eggplant sausage.
First Big Turk? No way. I need to know how you like it. Hey, lady, pause off Chantel's name.
Chantel still gets excited.
No, I asked him to talk to her.
Just the name of that male prostitute gets her excited, even a year later.
In Arabic, because I feel bad. I can't talk Arabic, so I asked him to. I messaged him and
can't talk Arabic. Can't speak English.
Asked him to. Hi, Green Grapes.
Welcome in, Stackish. That's a darn good point, Stackish. And I remember they had that rule they passed where they weren't going to be letting ill people get visas if you were chronically ill. Regardless of my personal opinion and all that, you know, I'm not going to get into anything like that. But I'll just say that Chantel's certainly in violation of that, and if they're not going to let ill people into the country, she is too ill.
I've never seen a taut older person.
I think that's a really interesting
not
theory.
Super taut. There's no way. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to just keep
Oh, did you hear her say what she wanted to get a six-pack? Or she was like thinking of going on a quote six-pack arc? I know she was just talking crap to talking crap, maybe to attract Salah. Yeah, she has no idea why her tummy troubles are. Somebody pointed out in a comment, somebody said, doesn't King Cobra get sick from drinking that garbage? And then somebody else pointed out, he probably has a stomach ache every day of his life. And he just doesn't even recognize it. And I think that's what's going on with Chantel. I think she just is so used to having a stomach ache every day of her life that she doesn't even know what it's like to feel good. She's probably just always kind of miserable. I'll crack it open to sparkling water, by the way. I've been doing well on my diet this last week. Yes, I had sweets, but I still lost some fat, so I'm feeling good.
Using collagen and see if that works.
Welcome to Blue Eyes.
No, I mean, I've been too overweight for it to be perfect. And, he's just saying to her that Mariam
all that salad she wishes she was eating.
Derpy speaks Arabic.
Yeah, I can't help but feel that Salah would totally slip some kind of rotten food in her, like intentionally give her rotten food to make her toot more.
I take 6 ibuprofen a day. Doesn't do anything to help.
She takes 6 ibuprofen a day. Does nothing to help. Is that a comment or is that what she's saying? Because if that's what she's saying, then that's not good for your liver. I want to say, or your kidneys, to be taking 6 every single day.
It's really not that effective for severe pain. No, for mild pain, sure. I find it helps when you have a headache or if you have period cramps, mild ones. Hi, Anastasia. I shall let you know. Yes. The Abdullah Al Salam area.
Good point, Nora.
What is that, babe? I don't know.
Oh, ulcers in the stomach. Okay.
Hey, no name. Hi.
Well,
how are you
taking
today?
6 today.
Welcome
That's good.
to the
That will do it. Okay, for the stomach specifically. Thank you for the correction, folks. And this is the kind of stuff I have started working on the Discord. I haven't gotten as much done as I would have liked, but I will have it. I shouldn't say I will, but I feel positive I'll have it ready at least to test out by next week. At least to start inviting people in. And this is the kind of information I'd love to get on there. Obviously, it's no substitute for a doctor or anything like that, but just to have some information handy, it's always nice to have that kind of stuff available.
Revert to Islam with my wife, but seeing my wife in
daily dosage. That does sound like a little bit much to take daily. Absolutely.
No,
okay, I know some people aren't.
She doesn't have.
I've gotten stomach aches from taking it before.
She doesn't want to. You can dress modestly with.
Oh, the kidneys as well. Okay, I knew it was generally hard on the system.
No, sausages with pork, exactly. A lot of people don't seem to realize you can make meats with other.
Oh, and did anybody else hear this? I didn't see the video, but I heard that Chantel is letting Howie basically run around the house loose. That's not safe. You can't let Howie run loose with Julia. Julia is a pretty well-behaved cat in general, but Howie is a fragile little guy. He's not gonna, even if she just plays around, he's not gonna last. 7:02 p.m. Rudy, welcome. Over where I am, it's 8:03. Tylenol, yeah, bad for your liver, especially if you take a lot of it daily. If you take some here and there, it's probably, depends on the person, I guess. But if she's taking large doses daily, that's not good. Not when she already has, the doctor said she already has serious kidney and liver problems. Who is No Name? Does anybody know who No Name is? Because No Name is gifted like 60 memberships in Chantel's chat. Like every time I turn on her show, No Name is gifting memberships. And no disrespect to No Name. If you want to give memberships, that's up to you. But I'm just surprised that this person doesn't even talk in her chat ever.
There are types of meat, like beef or veal or.
Yeah, right.
There's a stronger dose of.
I want to be delicate, but that's what's going to end up happening.
NSAIDs. I find for NSAIDs the one like that works the most for my sciatica pain is diclofenac. But that is really bad for you.
Diclofenac, from my understanding, I think that's a prescription NSAID. I looked that up one time. But okay. Now, I know that it's just up to us, but just between us in the chat. Anyway, I was reading the chat, Chantel's comments. But yes, does anybody here think that Chantel might be getting something stronger, possibly? because sometimes she seems to be in a really good mood and not be feeling any pain. And I don't want to allege anything or suggest anything, but if all she's taking is this Tylenol and Advil and she says it doesn't do anything, I mean, she's the one who says it doesn't do anything.
It's not good for you to take long term, but it's like an analgesic. So.
Oh, wow.
Charcoal
That's what it
tablets?
was.
Oh, really?
Non-alcoholic
See if I can get
cirrhosis.
some.
Thank you for reminding me.
Liana. Fancy area for a fancy party. I think it's a fancy area.
Chantel's chat is like a real hug box right now. She's not getting a lot of trolls, but she did get one really hilarious troll when somebody sent a super chat asking if Salah is allowed to eat dookie during the day or if he has to wait till sundown. Yes. Welcome in, TLR.
A lot of doctors, even in Canada, they don't prescribe. They try anything else before they prescribe narcotics. If you're in the hospital, if you get surgery, if you go in for pain, they'll probably give you a shot there, but they won't prescribe it.
What was that? If you go in, they'll give you a shot there of narcotics? Is that what Chantel just said? Let me rewind this. And I don't want to take her out of context. Let me go back 10 seconds.
Before they prescribe narcotics. If you're in the hospital, if you get surgery, if you go in for pain, they'll probably give you a shot there, but they won't prescribe it. Maybe a few tablets.
Okay, I take it back. Apparently she is able to get some narcotics. I mean, I'm not trying to be Mr. Puritan here. I'm not saying it's automatically a horrible thing if somebody takes pills or anything like that, but she talks about how she's in all this severe pain all the time. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
Like whenever I had my surgery and I went home, they gave me Dilaudid, but
surgery. Okay, thank you, Jenny.
5 tablets.
Welcome in, Angel Glass.
It is addictive. They're very addictive.
All right, let me catch myself. I think she was talking about when she was in Canada, so I don't want to. I think I jumped on that a little too quickly. I think she was talking about when she was in Canada.
5 Tylenol, my penis. Oh wow. Yeah, I find
Fiona's mom. That was
Tylenol
Canada.
even more useless. It doesn't do anything for me. Eggplant sausage.
What Les said, and I asked him. Let me clear my throat. Excuse me one second. But Les said that you can use an online pharmacy there, and it's very easy to get a prescription for basically whatever you want. Now, I'm sure that some things, I'm sure you can't just get anything, but he's made it sound like it was pretty easy to get what you need. So if she was looking for pain medicine, I don't know if she could find that, but maybe
in your state right here, Joe. Meat with other types of meat.
Welcome in, Spooky Muse.
Goat sausage.
Welcome in, A Sense of Wonder.
Oh, no name. That's okay.
Got the big crew in now.
You don't know, you're fairly new here, so you probably don't know,
Welcome in, Celtic Forest Fairy. Hi from Ireland. Well, hello from America, Ireland. Hopefully it's beautiful over there right now. It's a very nice painting. Is that a painting? It's very nice.
Reaming out Breezy. Yeah, babe.
Somebody's trolling Chantel by saying Breezy's beautiful and smart.
They're bad for your stomach. They can cause ulcers.
Welcome in, Joanna Freedom. Hope you're having a good night.
Bleeding.
Is that the real Bally?
Cause kidney damage if you take them long.
I didn't know. I thought that was maybe
Anyway, and liver problems.
I didn't know if that was her, if that was somebody else. But yeah, that's if that's her.
Yeah, no.
She's trolling. Oh, Breezy's sniping. Okay, that makes sense why she's talking about Breezy. Oh, actually, something I learned the other day. I wish I knew this before. I learned that sniping is technically a term that came from the gamer world. As a gamer, I should know that, but I've never really been a big online gamer. Sniping is when you watch somebody else's stream and you watch what they're doing to get to kind of get an advantage when you're playing against them. This would really just be called restreaming, or what Breezy's doing, what I'm doing. This really would be more technically called restreaming. Now, whether it's with her permission is another story, but it is technically restreaming. It's the way I see it. I think the word sniping is a bit out of context, but I've always used it that way myself. I only recently learned that it came from gaming. But yeah, that's my OCD little information there.
He's breezy. Take a scooter ride. Make another chia recipe. Stop it.
Cozy J, not to
Cynthia,
worry.
hello.
Foodie is not fasting this Ramadan. She's got it figured out with the sleeping all day long. She just sleeps all day. Then she wakes up when the sun goes down and she eats all night. She's like a cheese vampire. She stays up all night and just eats melted cheese. Welcome in, anybody. If I have, my apologies. Everybody, hopefully you can hit that like button if you're enjoying the show. Oh, welcome in, Big Easy. Hopefully you're having a good night. Hello there. Right? She's got it figured out. She's got the whole plan. Let me skip ahead a little bit. I'm getting behind on her show.
Salario.
Or actually, I'll put it on the faster play.
You guys
and that way I won't
awesome.
fall behind.
But yeah, I really appreciate that. No name. The shisha's the annoying one.
Yeah, the shisha's not so loud today. She must not be smoking quite as much.
Being honest.
7:09 p.m. Rudy.
Amazing. I've been waiting for this month since.
Hey Rudy, did you know that Salah said that you can eat that Ramadan is from 4:44 a.m. until 6 p.m. I think is what he said. There's some numbers for you.
Last month, and I'm so happy. I hope I can take advantage of it to the fullest. Yes, inshallah, Malika. When I hit 40, my health went downhill quick. Oh, she's
the beast with 7 plates, and on each plate with 7 forks, and on each plate with 7 entrees, and with each entree we're 9 dipping sauces, and each dipping sauce had 666 calories.
Stop muting. The jig is up.
Agreed, Joanna. And she's going on and she's getting all these gift subs. But seriously, I question if these gift subs are authentic or if it's just Salah using Foodie's money to buy the gift subs just to get people into the mood of buying subs, thinking, hey, if I buy some subs for my people, maybe that'll get somebody else to buy some. You know what I mean? Like I don't. This no-name person, unless it's just a family member or she does have a chat member who's a donor who just doesn't want to be named. But Foodie doesn't have that kind of support at this point. If this was years ago, I would say maybe it was a private donor. But unless it's a feeder, that's the only possibility. The only possibility for No Name is No Name is a feeder. That's the only, because I don't think she has any supporters who really want to help her that much. Maybe it's Missy Moo coming back. That's the only other. That's who else? Like who else could it be?
It's me, Mario.
Salario.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Hey, babe.
Salah is on.
Salah is here.
My audio's popping? Uh-oh.
My alert box is on, sweetie.
I guess so.
What's going on? Bally. Breezy equals beautiful and smart. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Floppers, hello, Salah. I'm a wee bit.
All right, I adjusted the mic a little bit. Hopefully that'll work a little bit.
Where you're sleepy, silly. Yeah, you like.
Oh, that's the problem.
I know what you mean. SFE, hello.
Okay, the audio is going too loud.
Hey, teardrop.
Now Foodie's going to be a lot louder. You'll actually be able to hear her. Okay, sorry about that audio adjustment. I don't know why it got reset since the last show.
Rilo, Brenda, Kiki.
I have to rebalance the audio a little.
No name. Creepy. Hello, guys. How you doing? How we doing?
How you doing? Yeah, how you doing? Oh, there's the alert. You try yoga?
Poor Julia. Yeah, who is No Name? That's a good question.
No, I didn't find pomegranate group. Saluigi.
Me for the blue window.
So No Name in other people's chats as well. Who is No Name then?
Nevada, hello.
Yeah, and let me point out, by the way, when I talk about Salah and I'm all excited that he's coming back, I don't really like Salah. I just like how awkward it is. I don't personally like the guy, but I do like how awkward he is on camera with Foodie.
Sorry about that. You can only use some weight.
I've heard of pool boy fantasies. I guess you could drop the L.
I appreciate that. That's nice of you.
Welcome in, Holy Water. I like your drawing. I
Shut
saw
up,
your
please.
last drawing. It was fantastic.
Blue window. It's so loud. Turn it down. What, the Mario?
Cozy.
Yeah, Brenda, I don't think
Welcome
that
in,
will ever
Detective
stop.
Coaches.
Sorry, poop. Turn your volume down.
They
Yeah.
are both live
Are you
again.
twitching tonight?
I think
Maybe
Foodie is using.
Docta using the speaker.
I think Foodie is using Ramadan as her chance to reintroduce Salah to the community. A while ago, I said this is the beginning of the breakup arc. I still think it is, but I think it's been extended because Foodie has decided that she is going to try to bring Salah back on cam. I always said, as long as she can't bring him on cam, he has no value to her. She doesn't like him. She doesn't want him. She can't put him on camera. So now that she's trying to get some use out of him. Otherwise, what's she even paying him for, right?
Yeah,
That's why.
exactly. The extra
Audio is worse now. Oh my God. Is it worse or is it quieter?
Mariam and annual Salah.
Because that's two different
You only
things.
show
I
up
did make
every
it
once in a
quieter.
while.
Are you twitching? No,
Am
I
I
think no, right?
Yeah, no, because it's like
Just,
3:11 here, so if we're gonna have something for Suhoor, we have to do it.
I did make my volume quieter, but I mean, if the audio quality shouldn't be any worse, hopefully. I mean, just everybody make sure you've got your volume turned up because I did make it a little bit quieter to improve the balance with Foodie because before Foodie was very quiet and now hopefully I've turned down my volume compared to hers.
Soon, so I should get off soon, and then Fajr, and then probably rest for a little bit.
What the heck is causing it? All right, give me a second here. I'm going to try reloading it, and we'll see if that fixes it because I have no other idea what could be causing it.
What is Julia doing out there, BJ?
It was just fixed the other day.
Oh.
Thank you, Cozy.
Give me 1 second, folks.
Levy, hi, Levy. Applebee's, ew. Cicilla just got in from his 4 other apartments.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, Richard. I'm married. My bigger friend would say to people, I can lose weight, but you can't change your face one for the haters. That's true, though. But I think at one point we all just, looks fade. Beauties.
Salah, you should do audiobooks.
Oh, yeah. Read audiobooks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really? Yes.
Let me think. Let me think about it.
Okay. So for us soon, yeah, Malika, I don't know. Something very simple. I'm tired. We're both tired. Melly. Thanks, no name.
Oh, welcome in, Animal.
Good
Hopefully
night,
the
Tony.
audio is a little bit
thanks for
better
being
now. I
here,
just
and thanks for
refreshed the show.
the
I have
tentative
no
numbers
clue what's
really
causing
well,
it
thank
tonight.
you.
It could just be the internet tonight because I did fix
Malika,
the
maybe it's a good
the
idea.
technical issue the other day.
You have to watch our human.
But hopefully that at least fixes it temporarily. It could just be internet issues tonight. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. No, he really does bring nothing to her channel, especially now she doesn't even bring him on live.
And demon cook bratwurst and be abusive towards her parents and pets. What? Who?
Oh, again? Yes, sir.
Hey, Beezer. Hi, Spicy Mayo. Glad you like it. Welcome. Ramoki. Inshallah, you two have a happy and healthy Ramadan.
Oh, you mean Docs?
Thank you so much,
Their
Ramoki.
apartment was
Thank
their apartment was revealed again? Well, there you go.
you for the super chat, and you as well. Thanks for the message. We wish you the same, Mamoki.
Thank you, Donna.
Yeah, thanks, Donna.
Indeed, sense of wonder. I think that that's something that
maybe she has a life, I guess.
Salah does
we all
bring.
have no life. I'm just joking. We all have lives, but you know what I mean.
This live really isn't too exciting, though. To be fair, I think I'm going to go to the video because I did want to cover the live, but
Lavi, couple channel, please.
Oh, couple channel, maybe.
He is Susie Q. You are correct about that.
Maybe when we get more healthy.
Yeah.
And welcome in anybody. If I missed, my apologies.
Is your pet rodent a mouse?
And welcome into anybody watching. Welcome into anybody watching the replay. I hopefully I've got the audio a little better balanced. And welcome into anybody who I've missed.
Yes. Yes to all.
That day he was trying to escape.
Read audiobooks? I must have missed that.
Oh, there's the alert. Oh, what's the origin of bees? Oh my gosh, it's a long story. I had a cat named Sam. He was mischievous and naughty.
Not Sam.
I'll tell you, ever since the text came out, I've seen him very differently. Before that, I just kind of saw him as a harmless fool. Ever since then, I see him as kind of a nasty person.
Sham.
Sham.
Yeah.
Chubby youth. And
Okay, continue.
I used to say.
Is it? Well, I'm glad. I hope
don't
it
know,
is.
you're
I've done everything I
Like,
can.
you're being a bad boy, and then it just morphed into you're beezing. And now whenever we bees, like we act up and we get together, we all bees. I don't know. It's weird. I know.
Well, he hasn't actually done
Oh my
anything
gosh.
yet, at least as far as we know, in
No,
fairness.
Mike
But
can
I
see.
get what your point,
That was
Mouse
spicy,
does. He seems like a nasty guy. Welcome in, Kim Valena. Hopefully you're having a great night.
Okay, do you want to go to bed?
Uh,
Well, when you put it like
We're
that,
fine.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean.
there's
yeah,
nothing to like about him.
But what do you
I
wanna
mean, there
have?
just really isn't.
I don't know.
There
I'll
just
go
isn't
with
anything to
this.
like about him. I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to. I don't think I
Good
need to
way.
say anything beyond that. That certainly says it all.
Some rest.
But yeah, he's not
Usually
a
then I
good
wake up
guy,
pretty-
and
pretty
we're probably better
energized
off
after that.
having him stay over there.
To start my day.
In fact, I'll say I think we are better off not having Salah
There's
as
enough time
a guest
can
over
Lazer
here.
endure to get like a good small
I
rest.
mean, he
in
really
that,
doesn't. What does he bring?
And then you can
He's just
just
like
carry
people
on
said.
with
He's
your
just a
day,
moocher.
know?
yeah, like there's about 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
No, she did a good job on that.
Usually don't need that much.
And I also at first I wasn't sure what she was about. I didn't know if she was going to try to stretch it out and turn it into some big grift or something. But she was cool. Like she came out with the info. She put it all out there. She didn't hide half of it and try to mislead people with it. She presented it straight up, and respect for the way she did it.
Because like I sleep like just on and off throughout the day. Just
Oh, right. There's
it's
got to
a
be
weird
another
schedule,
one.
especially for Ramadan. It's a different schedule than normal.
How is a Ramadan
like-
schedule is different? Ramadan schedule is sleep all day and up all night.
You have more of a semblance of a schedule because like you just follow one naturally. Bye, creepy. Thanks for being here. Then go back to sleep. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do that.
It was a very short but very powerful
My sleep
period of
schedule,
trolling
it's
she
really
did.
Weird SUP. It's like I don't know.
The most
On and
good
off
trolling
sleep,
is
basically, like on and on
a short
resting, like,
period.
just throughout the day. But I usually like wake up. Like I'll go down for some sleep. Like usually after the last prayer of the night, after Isha, and then like wake up maybe 1:32 kind of thing.
Oh, hold on. Let me
you
go
know?
back here. But I wanted to read Fiona's comment, but let me go back. Fiona's mom's comment, but let me just hear what Chantal has to say on this here, because she's going to tell us what her schedule allegedly is.
And off sleep, basically, like on and on resting, like just throughout the day. But
On and off resting throughout the day. Let me go back, make sure we get all this.
then go back to sleep. Yeah.
Go back to sleep. All right. How far back do we have to go to hear how much she's sleeping?
Because like I sleep like just on and off throughout the day.
On and off throughout the day.
Depends. It's a weird schedule, especially for Ramadan. It's a different schedule than normal.
Yeah, normally she sleeps normally she like sleeps kind of like during the night a little bit and stays awake a little during the day. Now she sleeps all day and stays up during the night. It's a different schedule for Ramadan. It's a little bit more sleeping than usual, but
it's
not
like,
by a
You
lot.
have more of a semblance of a schedule because like you just follow one naturally. Bye, creepy. Thanks for being here. Then go back to sleep. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do that.
No, Chantel, I don't think a lot of people do that. I don't think a lot of people just go back to sleep all day unless maybe they're sick, or unless maybe they're their first day off in a long time. They're very tired out for some other reason. But usually people get up at some point. They don't just keep going back to sleep.
My sleep schedule, it's really weird SUP. It's like, I don't know, on and off sleep, basically, like on and on resting, like just throughout the day. But I usually like wake up, like I'll go down for some sleep, like usually after the last prayer of the night, after Isha, and then like wake up maybe 1:32.
Okay, she goes to sleep after the last. That is so unbelievable. Well, she says she wakes up at 1:30, so it's not totally unbelievable. I could see her waking up just before the last prayer, doing the last prayer, having a snack, and then going back to sleep. Well, what am I talking about? She doesn't do the prayer. She doesn't do the prayer. She never does the prayer. I mean, does anybody really believe she does the prayers? I mean, maybe like hit her head, she stops for a second and says, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do a prayer." But I don't think she actually like says the prayer. I don't think she actually does anything for real like that, at least not on schedule. Although I can't say for sure. I shouldn't say for sure, but that's unless I see otherwise, I can't really give her the benefit of the doubt on that.
Kind of thing, you know, and then stay up till after Fajr and then like go back down for a few hours and then yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. So she wakes up for the last prayer of the night, then she goes back to sleep, wakes up at 1, eats all night, then does the first prayer of the day and goes back to sleep. It's weird. It's weird. She's right. It is weird.
No, yet, Malika. We're just gonna have something simple. I don't know. Maybe just cook up some eggs or something. Maybe some bread and
I agree with you on that.
labna, something like that.
That's
Some
true.
juice, I don't know.
That's true.
Anyway. Oh, nice, Eleventi. Good luck, mashallah. Just remember, marriage, you know, it's not always, it has ups and downs, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, marriage has its ups and downs, you know, like there's the good times. Then there's a time when your husband says he wants somebody to lick the toilet for him, and he wants to poop all over their face. You know, the ups and downs of any marriage, right?
Cynthia, yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, oatmeal's easy.
Yeah, when somebody's really ill, they are. Well, actually, that's a good point. When somebody's ill, they're going to sleep. They're going to need more sleep, depending on the illness, of course. Foodie is ill. I don't deny that. Foodie is ill, but her illness is basically all self-imposed. So more sleep isn't going to help because whatever help that does, she just makes herself ill again. If she eats a bunch of food, goes into a diabetic coma, and then she sleeps it off, she wakes up, she just goes into another diabetic coma. So it's counterproductive for her. You're supposed to feel and experience the fasting. Exactly, Fiona's mom. I've been talking around that all night, but that's really. Let me put up my little bumper for the night also, the Ramadan bumper. You're supposed to be fasting, and not just because you're doing it so you could say, "Oh, I fasted." You're doing it because there's supposed to be a spiritual element to it. I'm not a Muslim. I don't fast for Ramadan. I even as a Christian, I don't personally like really fast for spiritual reasons. But I fast occasionally just for dietetic reasons. But if I was going to do a fast for spiritual reasons, I would do it. I wouldn't lie about it, or I would just say, "Hey, I'm not doing it." But I wouldn't BS people and say I'm going to do it and then not do it, and then lie and say I'm fasting when I'm not, and just you know, follow the letter of the rule and sleep all day and be up all night eating. I mean, she can't. Can she do any of? She does all this stuff wrong. She does everything wrong. I mean, is there a wrong way to worship God? I guess. Is there? But there's certainly a wrong way to follow an organized religion. We could agree on that. And she's doing it wrong.
Vegas doll, I didn't see you there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for beezing. Thanks for being here. It means a lot. And thanks, Salah.
And inshallah, see you on the next
Oh,
time,
Susie
guys.
Q.
Yes.
That's a really good.
We'll see you tomorrow.
So happy to see you all.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's finally
Good night,
go.
guys.
Perfect timing.
Good
She's
night.
ending the stream.
Masalama.
Masalama.
Bye.
Islam is not an aesthetic, at least not when Foodie's wearing it, right? I mean, she can't make it look aesthetic. Okay, so perfect timing. I'm glad we covered the end of that. That was a pretty pointless stream, to be fair. I don't even know if it was worth covering, but it was short enough. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so let me load up one of the videos I was going to run. Let me run a glitter. Well, do you folks want to see the Foodie video I was going to run, or do you want to see a glitter and lasers video? Because we've got a chance to break for a minute here. Foodie's been on for the last half hour, 40 minutes. Yes, Amber would make it her aesthetic. Amber would do it better than Foodie, at least. Darn right, Nora Elizu. When I eat my sweets, I eat them. Like if I buy a box of cookies, I'm gonna take that box to the face. Welcome in, Candy Van. Hope you're having a good night. Free Candy Van. She is a nasty person. That's dork-sided. She's dork-sided. And I agree with you on that one. The warmer weather, she's not going to be going out at all. She's been going out a little bit. Oh yes, I saw that. That's going to be in the video we're going to watch, actually. Yeah. that she actually, I mean, the way she went down, you can see she was like, she wouldn't even show herself going back up. Like she recorded herself kneeling down to pray, but the video just edits and cuts to her standing back up again or sitting back up again. It doesn't show her getting up from the kneeling position. So yeah, we can all imagine she did it, how she got up. Bye, Felicia. Sense of wander. She definitely has stomach pain, Susie Q. Agreed. And I mentioned that earlier. I think Foodie's somebody who probably has stomach pain every day of her life. I don't think it's like, I don't know how severe it is, but I know that she must have some stomach pain because she's always eating bad stuff. You want to see the glitter? Okay, glitter. You want to see the swimwear try-on? You know what? We could do that one. I was going to do one of the exercise videos, but if we just, you know what? I feel like being snarky tonight. I'll watch a swimwear try-on haul and be snarky as hell, and then I'll watch some of the, and if it gets to be too much, we'll go to the exercise video because I don't want to be too mean for an extended period of time. Foodie has gotten so boring, and I keep watching her, like hoping for something cool. And there's been like a few funny clips, but it's like, that's why I just cover like one clip now. She used to be worth the whole show. Now it's just like good for a clip. Oh, that's the pizza. We should put the ranch dressing on it. She did her pizza party. Ooh, Joanna, your doctor's been following. That's actually probably really interesting to get their opinion and find out what your doctor thinks. She is going to eat herself to death. I agree with that. Well, is she sleeping in the bathroom? Because she's spending half the day asleep now. Okay, yeah. Chronic pancreatitis. So that's probably don't feel pain there sometimes. Jeez. Well, I hope you can get that under control. Hopefully. All right. Let me put on the glitter vid. Let me pull that up 1 second here. Yeah, I've got a glitter and lasers here. She just did that brand new one. I have not watched that one yet either, so it'll be funny if we watch it together because this is getting my first time seeing this. Because I'm going to tell you folks right now, I think I've made this clear before, but I personally do not like the way that she wears everything like so skin tight and revealing all the time. Like it's just very, to be nice, I'll say it's immodest, but it's really more just like an assault on me. It's like I feel like I'm under assault when I have to see it. Oh, and has anybody seen the shorts that she did recently? I got to cover these shorts that she did. These are even funnier. This is the funniest crap. She's been doing these shorts where she gets her cameraman to act like he's some random guy hitting on her. The fact that she doesn't have any videos of any random men hitting on her, it's whatever. Maybe she just, she records herself walking in skin tight outfits constantly. So you'd think that if she was getting hit on by men, she would have some video evidence of it with all the recording of herself that she does. But apparently the only time she can get hit on by a man is when it's her video recorder and he shows up to do a really, really awkward skit, which she totally gets hit on all the time, folks. Let's see Glitter and Lasers being so relatable, because I'm sure she gets hit on all the time, right?
Don't forget to break.
Here. This is Glitter and Lasers, just a casual daily, event for our girl right here. Let's watch this.
Break? How do I break? Is that a break?
Break. Yep.
I wanted to show you
the one.
Don't forget to break.
Okay.
Look at her strutting like that. She's strutting. Look at this guy. He pulls up. He's watching her strut, and he is just like, "Ooh, I got to get me a piece of that." It's a family size.
Listen, buddy, I'm not into this. I'm just out here taking a walk.
I'm not into this. What? Into what? He just like stopped the video. She's already like, I'm not into this. Like she's already complaining. He hasn't even said anything yet.
I think I dress like this if I actually wanted to be hit on. Why do you think when you see a woman on the street that it's obviously okay to just hit on them? It's not okay.
I'm from out of town. I was wondering if maybe you knew a good place to get lunch.
And let me remind you folks, I think this guy is her cameraman because she has him in all of her videos.
I heard barbecue's supposed to be good.
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. It's just been a day. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of places just right down the street.
He just knows that you're somebody who knows where to find food. Like he's not an idiot. He takes one look at you and he's like, oh, this woman knows where to find the food, right?
It'll be like easy to find something.
Okay, cool. I get it. Now I'm tired from riding the scooter all day, so maybe I could ride you next.
Jerk.
Okay. Only a gay man would say that to her. So I don't know why she assaulted this gay man for no reason. He was clearly trying to be funny. Why she smacked this clearly gay man for no reason, I don't know. Maybe she hates him for. I don't want to suggest anything.
Feisty.
And of course, because she can't have a video sending a message without completely confusing people and obscuring any point she's trying to make. She hits him to send a message, and then he proceeds to get a sexual thrill from it, because not only is he attracted to enormously massive and homely women, he also likes being smacked by them. This is the most absurd video I've ever seen. Like, it would be fun. The only thing that's funny about this is that this actually gets any likes. That's what's funny about it. I'd read the comments, but I don't want to get sick. And that's it. Then he goes off, and then we get to just watch her trudge. I mean, come on. Who's not going to hit on that? And she's got another video with this guy hitting on her, where she like goes off on him, and she's like, "Who are you to hit on me? Don't you know that's wrong? You shouldn't be hitting on me." It's like, don't worry, Glitter. Nobody's hitting on you in real life. I don't think you have this problem. This is like a problem that she wants to have. This is like somebody, I don't know. Maybe somebody could imagine it, but this is like, this is her fantasy, I believe. And she also wanted to smack. She also smacked him for no reason. Like, you're not allowed to do that, Glitter. I know you think it's funny because, hey, violence, woman hitting man, it's funny. But actually, it's not. It really isn't funny. It stops being funny when you hit the guy. It was, if it was funny. It was never funny, really. But that's when it got like really, like, kind of just obnoxious. She is more interesting than Chids. I'll agree with that. Very good point. How do we know he's gay? I think because he acted like he was interested in glitter and lasers. I was just making a dumb joke, because there's no way a straight man would actually make like a sexual joke at her like that. I mean, I don't think he would. I'm making a joke. So I'm making my own joke. Maybe it wasn't good, but she's got to be over 500 pounds. I just couldn't imagine a straight man like coming up to her and seriously propositioning her like that. She's got to be over 500 pounds at this point, because she's really tall. But again, I'm being a little starky tonight. Okay, let's go on to the actual video. Something? Let's go back to that scooter video. What is the weight limit on this thing?
Brake! How do I brake?
Like, seriously.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
Keep going. Hey, wait.
What?
Thanks for that. Don't forget.
I like how she's going, that even though she's going at like a decline, she's so heavy that the scooter is, or maybe she's holding the brake, but he's clearly trying not to go for outrun her.
Brake! How do I brake?
Like, he's about to outrun her.
Handbrake. Yep.
Oh my god.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
Keep going.
She looks so powered, doesn't she?
Thanks for that.
She is a danger to other. Opposites attract. No, it's true, Cozy J. But I'll tell you one thing, though. She's just such a nasty individual. I mean, let me put it like this: there's big women who look good. There are. Glitter and Lazers is not one of them. I think if Glitter and Lazers lost a bunch of weight, it wouldn't really help her that much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's just her weight that stops her from being attractive. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like you could be like here's an example. HFC. She has a lot of feeders as her clients, or her customers, her viewers. She's big, but she makes herself pretty if you like a big woman. Glitter and Lazers does not manage any kind of a look like that. She doesn't put on the makeup. She doesn't really. I mean, she wears skin tight, half naked stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know what those guys look for, to be fair. And let me say one thing also, by the way. I don't want to shame people for being plus size directly, because if somebody's plus size, you can still look quite good. But glitter and lasers comes across as really obnoxious. I just can't see anybody going out with her. She doesn't seem like somebody people would want to spend time with.
Don't forget to break.
Okay, so let me put on the video. The recent one she did.
I asked y'all what swim brand he wanted me to check out this season. And overwhelmingly, we got one name. Well, one person's name.
Exactly. If he came up to her and he was like, hey, lady, what's up? And he talked to her and she was like, oh, well, you know, if he came up to, let me put it like this. If he came up to her and he was rude, it would be very different. But I don't think he was rude. He just came up to her and he just kind of talked to her. He's like, hey, what's up? And she's like, oh, you think it's okay to hit on a girl? He didn't start. I mean, yeah, in the end, he said something rude, but it was like a joke. But at first, it wasn't like he came up to her and like said, hey, you know, bitch, what you want? You know, you want to jump on this or something? He was being respectful at first. So if she didn't, you know, she had a bad attitude toward that, which is absurd because you think that somebody comes up to you respectfully like that. But hey, whatever. All right. Yeah, it's just not my type. You know what it is? To be fair, Hannibal, there's a shoe for every foot. And I think that's part of the problem is I'm just glitter and lasers just isn't my type. So I shouldn't say whether she's the ideal or not. Because I don't know, maybe for somebody who likes a really big woman, that's a good looking one. I couldn't say for sure. I don't think she is though. I mean, I'll just say right now, like I've seen big women who I think look much better than her. There's a market for everything out there. Okay, so let's see what she has to say. True and honest review.
She has a new collection called Villa Fresca, which I'm going to be checking out for the first time today. Let's get into it.
And by the way, folks, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it through this full video. I'm just going to, like, I just can only take so much of her being basically naked. Like that's what these videos, she's almost naked in this video as far as I can tell from the thumbnail. So I'm only going to be able to handle so much of this.
This is how it came. I can't even remember how many pieces I ordered. I want to say 5 or 6, but it all packed up in this little box. I'm going to unbox it with you guys because I want to show you
what's in the
package because I think that's part of understanding the brand overall. Okay, so this is how the packages come. They're in a
this is a sponsored one. And again, this is one of the other things that bothers me. And let me look at let's read the description real quick. Does she acknowledge it's sponsored? Plus size outfit I'm wearing. Of course, she has a link to purchase all of this. These are affiliate links, so I earn a commission. Okay, well, at least she's being honest about that. Shop Villa Fresca here. So this is a sponsored ad, a sponsored video. But does she say it's sponsored? I mean, I don't know. This comes across like a sponsored video to me, doesn't it? She says it's an honest review, but maybe she's just putting the brand name in here just for the sake of full disclosure. I don't know. She does a very poor job disclosing when she's being sponsored and when she's not. She does put it in her description sometimes, but she's not as upfront about it as she really should be, in my opinion. We can disagree on that, I guess.
Fresca label, which is kind of, this is cute. They're like little plain tickets. They say like flight to somewhere warm.
That's my question too, Sense of Wonder. I thought you had to be like let me say it right now. It's a perfect example. Perfect example. I'm not personally a fan of HFC, but HFC at least does a good job of appealing to her audience. She knows how to turn on the charm. You know what I mean? Whether that appeals to me or not, whether I like her or not is a different issue, but she knows how to turn on the charm. Glitter and Lasers is not able to turn on the charm. She has no charm to turn on. Her being charming is just being annoying and obnoxious, like when she was in that Target video, just trashing the place, acting like a 5-year-old.
The spring, the season, and then the year. So really cool.
Agreed.
Bag.
Agreed.
Boxing, like the bag is pretty unspecial. It's just a bag. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open all of this, and we're going to start talking about it.
Thank you.
Give me a sec. So when I was shopping, I literally just got kind of one of everything. The only suits I did not buy were the really small.
And another thing, she buys so many clothes, but they don't fit. That's the thing. And it's not like when I say they don't fit, like, oh, I'm just being mean because she's big. I mean, like they really don't fit. Like I think she has to put a slit down the back of them to get them on. Like I really like. I've been heavy. I'm not saying this as oh, I'm Mr. Handsome, I'm Mr. Thin, I'm talking down. I've been a fat slob who's been disrespected by everybody at various points in my life. So I could certainly stand here and talk about, somebody's clothes being too tight. I've had clothes that were too tight, and I've had times where I couldn't really afford to get stylish new clothes. So I had to kind of wear stuff that was a little too tight unless I wanted to just get some whatever. So I could certainly, and this is not because I want to talk about my own personal hardship, but this is just to put that out there because I don't think I do that enough. I don't think I say it enough that I've been there. You know, I'm not just trying to be critical. I want to say that I can. Glitter and Lasers, reaching out to you as somebody who, whether I personally, you know, think you're a good person or like you or not, just a friendly tip. Get some clothes that fit.
I string bikini ones because personally I don't really enjoy them. I will occasionally try one on, but since I'm actually going on a little
Oh,
trip,
yes, she did, Spooky Views. Welcome in, Spooky Views, by the way. She absolutely deleted it. I have a copy of it, though. I found a copy on Kiwi Farms and downloaded it. So I am one of these days going to review that video again, just because I don't think enough people saw it. She came across as an absolute monster in that video. Perfect example, Bastos. That jean jacket, it doesn't close. It's not even close to closing.
literally out in the sun.
And look at this bra cup. That's not like she has like, I don't know, like she has very weird boobage. So I don't know whether that bra cup would fit or not. But
Today I fly out, I need to find suits that I could actually potentially enjoy wearing. So.
But this top though, look how small this top is. Even though it stretches, there is no way that band is going to go around her body. Look how small that band is. That looks like it might go around one calf. Maybe I don't think she could stretch that around one thigh. Though to be fair, one of her thighs is probably about as big as her waist.
Well, that's where we are. So this is the first one. I am confused. I'm gonna be really honest.
Let me see the green dress. Let me look at the green dress.
What?
Okay. Maybe the green dress fits, but this swimsuit here, she's got more cleavage on her back showing. Whether she can get this on or not, look at how much is spilling out on the top and the bottom. This is horrific. This is not like something anybody should be wearing. Again, she should be wearing something that's cut a little bit lower, that goes over these lumps here. She should try to get some shapewear that holds that in. You know what I mean? She should be, I mean, the two-piece is just not for her. Her body type does not work with that.
I guess this goes around.
Yeah, she's got back
I think
cleavage.
it'll look better on, but I think this fabric is supposed to like go over the boobs like that. But I have a feeling mine's just gonna fall.
She can't even tell which side of the bra goes on the front. She's literally not sure which side of the bra is for the front. She's like, oh, this flat side goes on the front. You put the cups on the back. I don't know. This is hard.
Like that. So it's probably not gonna look that cute. We do have adjustable and removable straps. The tops are really
This is
big.
why I
in
don't
these
do this
guys, like,
normally.
Really big. And I'm
worried that I'm going to get censored for this. This is like adult. Like, look at this. Look at, why does she insist on wearing the two-piece? Glitter. This outfit, this top technically fits you in the sense that you can get it on, but this bottom is, this just does not work. Like, why doesn't she just wear a one piece? Like, this just so doesn't work for her. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, this dress kind of fits. Somebody in the chat said it. Good point. This jacket doesn't fit, but this dress basically fits. It's big. It's not big. It's not loose, but it fits. Doesn't look bad. This does not look good. She looks like, this looks terrible. Look at this. Look at how it digs in and makes all these extra lumps and all these extra rolls from how it digs in.
I'm certain that this is not gonna work for me. Because this is, you gotta do it. It's the child in me. Like a little hat. Like, I can.
Okay, to be fair, this is probably the only way this top will ever fit her. Is on her
Get
head.
my whole head in this thing. And some of you have the boobalas for this, and therefore you should rock these. But I am pretty certain that this is just gonna look, well, it's gonna remind me about what I don't have instead of what I do. Okay.
She looks like an
I would
uncooked
like to
chicken.
point out that not all plus size women have big boobs, and that I struggle with that a lot with swimsuits. So that doesn't make me super happy, but it's gonna make others of you very happy.
She's got like an entire bucket of I mean, I'll tell you right now, I don't want to be too snarky, but she's got a whole bucket of thighs. That is just, and she's been let me also tell you folks, she alleges that she's been
It's just a
exercising for a year now.
Standard coverage bikini. It does have this like extra fabric again, which I don't know if I'm going to love or not, because I just don't know if it's needed, right? I don't know if this extra layer at the stomach is really that important.
You know what, Hannibal? I'm happy she's confident, but the thing is, her confidence turns her into Godzilla. She runs around the store smashing stuff up, redressing the mannequins, smacking people. I think there's become such a thing as overconfidence. I wish that her confidence were split up and given to 10 people who needed it, because it's like she got all this confidence for no reason. I just don't understand it. It's yes, there you go, Mouse Toes, delusion. She's delusional. She thinks she's an athlete. Like when she went to the Runlab. Remember when she went to Runlab and the woman said to her, the guy said to her, for some people, just going up an incline or a decline, that's their marathon. And she's like, well, that was me a year ago. And then she started crying. She's completely delusional. You know what, Joanna? No, nothing wrong with being modest. I think it's better to err on the side of modesty, but it's, people have the right to wear what they want. But there's such a thing as just being, as refusing to, as just wearing clothes that don't fit at all, and just wearing stuff that makes you look as bad as you possibly can. Let me make this bigger so that we can really get a good look. Could she look any worse? Could anybody think? Okay, let me put it to you like this. For anybody in like who's lurking, who's thinking like, hey, maybe, I respect that she's got confidence. Is there a bathing suit that would look worse on her? Could anybody even think of one that would look worse? I don't think there is.
At like good looking, to be really honest, but I'm not going to judge until I put it on.
She does. She says.
We did order, I believe, a size up in the bottoms because they said that they ran a bit small. And I'm looking at this and I'm actually thinking that I should not have ordered up, because right here is my waist. This is with no stretch.
She's saying that she thinks these are too big for her. The thing is, they look like they might be too big around the bottom, but not too big around the side. I don't know. I got to see how these
want
fit.
A little stretch on a swimsuit bottom, just so you know, it stays up. If you, I'm not trying to be negative, trying to have an open mind, but I just from the size of the chest and then also just the fit of the bottoms, I don't know if they're gonna work. Okay, I would definitely buy your normal size in the bottoms.
She's saying she doesn't know if they work. This doesn't work. She doesn't have the body for a bikini. She just doesn't.
I kind of like where this was going, but I don't like where it went, if that makes sense.
Welcome in, Skinny Queen.
Scraping here, but I feel like it's with the bot. It just feels busy. Additionally, these are way too
birthday
big for me.
bathing suit.
That's how much extra is in the cup. So this is definitely not made for my
Agreed,
chest
Hannibal. I think that's the thing there. I think glitter and lasers, I don't think she has to stay home. She can go to the beach if she wants, but why can't she put on a one-piece bathing suit? I don't wear a Speedo when I go to the beach. And if I saw a big fat guy wearing a Speedo, I wouldn't say, hey, that guy, he's good for him. He's got confidence. I'd say, hey, bro, put on some trunks, man. Why put on a shirt? Why are you, you're 400 pounds wearing a Speedo, showing everybody your butt crack and your nuts and like, come on, pack it in, man. Like I don't show every square inch of my body when I go out to the I don't wear a Speedo. I wear swimming trunks. I don't want to show my whole business to the world. There you go. Well, whatever. It's not that much. It's nothing crazy. But I'm just saying, like, I don't, just have a little bit of modesty when you go out there, folks. Exactly. She goes out walking. If she goes to dig for some sand in there, she's gonna lose her hand. Yeah, she's putting it all on display. I think you're right, Nirvana. I think it's false confidence. I think it's bravado. It's bravado is what it is. It's where she's wearing a bikini, almost daring people to look at her. Like, hey, if you look at me, you're fat phobic. It's like, I don't want to look at you, but you're making yourself into a spectacle. I mean, let me put it like this. Any woman who wears a bikini is going to be looked at because she's showing a lot of her body on the beach, and that's her right. But if she chooses to wear a bikini, she has to understand that people can see her body, and some people might want to look at it. Some people might not want to look at it. But whether they want to look at it or they don't, she's showing it. If she doesn't want to show her body, she should wear a one piece or she should wear a sarong. And it's her right to wear what she wants. but she has that choice of what to wear. She wants to show more of herself. She can do that. She wants to show less. She could do that. When you're wearing a bikini, you're naturally going to be drawing more attention to yourself. In her case, she's drawing attention to her back cleavage.
But yeah, it's just not there. I don't know how to explain why
Pudgy
it's not
smugglers,
there.
exactly.
I love the color though. Honestly, I would buy this if it was just like a more basic swimsuit in this color.
Welcome
This
in,
color
Skinny.
is
Have a great.
giving
Hope you're having a great
rich,
night over there.
like so nicely. And this is
Well, I gotta say, our Skinny Queen, she's back to work. I don't wanna give any spoilers, but I'll just say I know she's been on a positive streak as far as her health recently. She's got back on that wagon. So I'll let her say what she wants to say what's up. I just know she's working in the right direction. I'm happy to hear that. I've been working in the right direction myself too. I recently lost a few pounds of fat, so I'm happy to get back to there. Exactly, Kitty Goddess. Modesty goes every way. People should err on the side of modesty. That's what I say. Err on the side of modesty. If you're not sure if you want to show your body, then don't show it. If you know you want to show it, if you like showing your body, if that's you, then show it. But then don't be upset if people look at you. You know what I mean? Like if you want to wear a bikini, don't be surprised if people look at your body. I think so too. I think she's doing this because she wants people to say, "Oh my God, look, why are you wearing that?" And then she could say, "You're fat phobic. You're fat phobic." She doesn't want people to wear this. She doesn't want people to genuinely like her look. She's dressing in a way that's sensational. That's going to draw a lot of attention.
Beautiful here. I'm just not sure I like how it connects here.
That's a good
Right?
point.
Like
Sense of
maybe-
wonder. She doesn't even, and you notice how she doesn't have like a sarong with it either. And there you go. I've dated some very attractive women. And they didn't all wear a bikini every time they went to the beach. They would put on a one piece. In fact, the sexiest girls I know, some of them wore a one piece outfit, partly because they didn't want to draw a bunch of attention, if you know what I mean. So it's like if you really are that beautiful, you're not going to be showing yourself constantly because you don't want all that attention. This is something Glitter and Lasers will never understand. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure some folks get that, but there is such a thing as dressing down a little bit to avoid attention.
If it came up a little higher, I don't know. I'm
Exactly,
not a swimsuit
Cozy J.
designer,
I think so.
but something's not on and the cups are too big.
Respect to her for that. It's got to be frustrating to her in that sense. Like I think that's why she wears this, because she thinks that it draws attention to her not having a massive fupa, but it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I mean,
But the color is
once you get over a certain size, you get past plus size and you get into the danger zone. And she is into the danger zone. That's all I'm going to say.
chef's kiss. Beautiful.
9
Next
pounds
up,
in
we
9
have
days.
a one piece. Now,
Fantastic.
I'm a little bit more optimistic here because the cups are not like a hard underwire. They're a soft cup.
No,
and
they
I can,
really are.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, pull out the cupping in there if they work. Yeah, there's a little hole here to take them
Agree.
out. I do
Welcome
like
in,
the
Loco.
side boning, which is going to keep the top up. It has a lower back. Well, actually, not
Okay,
the
now
lower.
okay. I have not seen this one yet, but I already like this outfit more. It's a one piece. It's going to cover her midsection. There's no reason why she can't wear a one piece. Now, this one looks to be extremely high cut along the sides. Like this is going to let her this is going to show her entire ass. But all right, let's see how it looks.
Not
at
a low
least-
back. A lie. Once I see it.
Oh, did I say it was a one piece with some modesty that would cover her midsection? Excuse me. This is not going to have any, this is going to I mean, I will say this. This is about as close to if you could edit out everything else in this picture, if you could edit out everything below her, like below this crotch, this would be close to a good look for her. I'm going to be straight up. That's the nicest thing you're going to hear me say about her all night. If you could edit out her legs, this would be like an okay look for her. But that's it. That's the only, when she
Here,
turns around,
not
it's
a
going to
low
look
back at all.
like
You
hell.
can also crisscross these straps if you want, if you need extra height. And then it does
Jamie
have
Carpenter,
this kind
welcome
of
in.
what I like to call 3-piece cutout, where it has the top section, the middle section.
That's awesome, Skinny. Darn right. Nothing wrong with that, Monkey Mech. I like to wear the trunks. I don't like to wear the Speedo. Welcome in, Freedom Deep. Welcome in, Diana. Yeah, those legs are really going. Now, I'll say that, Kitty Goddess. I'll say her attitude is really what pushes her over the edge. If she was a sweet lady who was a big girl, she could still be somebody who I would, let me put it like this, be straight up. If she was a sweet girl, I would, and she wore this outfit, I just wouldn't say anything. I just wouldn't say anything. I think that she could choose a better outfit, but I wouldn't be saying anything rude. I would just be like, whatever. And let me also say this. If this was just her private video, if this was just if she wasn't glitter and lasers, if she was just some girl on the beach, and this was her just sitting there on the beach like this, I wouldn't be recording videos and talking about her. I'd be like, well, whatever, that's her how she dresses. That's her thing. If she thinks she looks good and it makes her happy, as long as, whatever. It's her right on a beach. If it's a beach, if everybody's dressed skimpy, she could be dressed skimpy too. Fair enough. But she records these videos and calls them a fashion review and puts them out there publicly. And she basically is saying, hey, I'm a clothes model. The way these clothes look on me, you should use that to judge the clothing. She says to us, judge these clothes based on how they fit her. So if she wants to be judged for her outfit, I'm going to judge her outfit. She's going on publicly. She's being a model. If this was just her videos on her Facebook, I would say nothing. It'd be her right to do whatever she wants. But if she wants to go on publicly and say, hey, this is my swimsuit. What do you think of how this swimsuit looks? This is what I think of how it looks. I'm going to say, I don't think that swimsuit looks good. I'm just going to be straight up. And I think that's an important distinction between somebody going at, somebody's private video, let them do their thing. They're not hurting anybody. Somebody who's advertising a product, who you have a right to review that product. Absolutely, Skinny, you got this. Welcome in, JB. This one, if you could edit out her legs, it would work for her. But I'll tell you right now, that just doesn't work. Oh, for her, for you. Yeah, I'll say this is not like a bad swimsuit. Like this one actually works better on her than the other one. But yeah, it's on her, it's not working because it's too high cut. She needs something that covers her butt. That's what she does. She needs something that covers her butt. That lipedema is not working. Yeah, for yourself. Okay. So this swimsuit's a winner, apparently. I thought, it's funny. Even as a guy, I don't really know swimsuits, but even I said, if you could edit her legs out, this is as close to a good look as she's gonna get. so I guess okay. So fair enough. This is her best suit, but doesn't really work on her so much. But it's not a bad suit. Okay, so we're basically in agreement. And welcome to anybody I missed. Oh, welcome in Zoe Green. Oh, geez, yeah, she's more than 4. Yeah, if this was, I don't even know, but I just know that the top part works. The top part works. A car cover. Yeah, this suit is as close to working for her as anything does. Yeah, like that, I'll say this. As far as all bodies and everything, no, that's true. That's true, Cozy J. But her Photoshop could. but yeah, something though. But it's true. She can't chop them off, but she can do something to minimize them. Yeah, and I'll say this. I'll say this as well. Like I said before, if she was just some lady, and this was just, hey, this was her situation. There's nothing she could do about it. I feel a little different. But she's an athlete, a sponsored athlete for an app called Copilot. She is somebody who tells you, hey, this is the look you can achieve after a year of working out, which is basically the same as her old look. But yeah, I get you, Cozy J. And in fairness, I think that this outfit works as well as anything could, especially compared to that last one. Okay, I've sat too long. Let's keep going.
And then the bottom, I will say overall, color is great, but I don't find this suit that innovative. I feel like this suit has.
Okay, we agreed on this one. This one actually.
I don't hate it. I just don't think it's right for my body.
Okay, so funny. She says she doesn't hate it, but she doesn't think it's right for her body. It's so much better than the other one. I'm just gonna say that. Out of everything I've seen, this is the best one she's had. So I'm surprised she didn't like it.
I just want that to happen.
Um,
But again, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's right for my body.
Okay.
This one I feel looked a lot better online. Just straight up. I think it's pretty. But
That's
I
another
feel
thing,
like
Loke
the
Dog.
fabric
She has
feels
the
or
money
just
for a
looks a-
trainer. She has the time for a trainer, and she works out all the time. She buys nothing but protein snacks. She does, this whole thing. It's and on one hand, I want her to do better, but she's sabotaging herself. And then she goes on and she does this modeling, and then she kind of uses the reinforcement from the modeling it just feels very disingenuous. The whole thing, if she was serious about her health by now, this fat would have been melting off to some extent. She did have some weight loss at one point, but then it gained back. Yeah, these open backs really do not work. This back cleavage, from the back, this she needs something that's cut lower. That's the thing, Fiona's mom. I think she needs a lower cut. I think she just needs to accept that she just needs a big custom-made one piece. I think that's what she needs. She needs a one piece that goes down over her butt. And it may be hard to find, but that's what she needs. She needs something that covers her butt. She really does. Yeah, and she drinks a lot too, allegedly. So she's
cheap in person.
She's not living well.
Now again, it could look totally different. One thing I do really like though is this kind of
thank you, Loke Dog,
with the metal here. I think it is really fresh, and I know that there's another suit that we're going to look at in just a little bit that has some more of these. But I really love.
Thank you, Bamboozled. You're saying it better than me. I'm tongue tied a little bit. I think you said it extremely well. Yeah, body shame. No, that's not cool. Don't be ashamed of yourself, but don't have some modesty at the same time, and don't be delusional. If something doesn't look good on you, it just doesn't look good on you. And I'm not saying you have to hide in the house, but you have to be honest with yourself and maybe try to wear something that looks a little bit better. Speaking of calories in versus calories out, that's what I've been doing this week. And I have successfully lost about 3 to 4 pounds this week. Well, actually, no, the past 2 weeks, but about 4 pounds the past 2 weeks. So I'm feeling really good about that. All right, Zoe. Well, to be fair, she eats a lot too. But hey, I will say this: booze has a lot of calories, but it's calories in, calories out. It's possible to drink booze without gaining too much.
Love this detail. I just don't know if I love the print. I
Welcome
feel
in,
like the
Linda
print
Lou.
brings it down a little bit. I also feel like marbling was really last season. I don't feel like it's so fresh anymore, and maybe that's why it feels a little like cheap to me, because it feels like something that is not so much on the design level anymore and is more.
I really should. You know something? I really should do a weigh-in. In fact, you know what? I think I will do a weigh-in, just so I can show where I am, and then I can hopefully lose a few more pounds from this.
Like the mass consumer market, and I know that this line is supposed to be priced at like.
Well, did I miss Zoe?
Honestly, like equivalent to Anthropology.
Yeah,
So
good for you
expect a
keeping
little
it
bit
down, though.
more
That's serious.
Design and quality for the price point. This one, to me, of the suits we've looked at this far, looks and feels the cheapest.
Nothing wrong with that, Zoe. And in fact, nothing wrong with having a cheat day. Nothing wrong with having a treat day, right? In fact, it's so important. Like I was saying to Skinny, I love that she's losing this weight. I just, don't go too crazy. Don't be so strict that you end up wanting to cheat. Make sure that you go a little bit of, pace yourself just a little bit. But I'm just so happy that she's doing well. I'm sorry to hear that, Kitty Goddess. I know that at least losing some weight can help, but if you've got it bad, losing weight only helps so much, and it won't get rid of it entirely. I'm pretty fortunate. I do have a little bit of loose skin, but not too bad. Just when you lose weight, you're never gonna. You're not gonna have that tight shrink wrap skin. You're just not gonna have it. But it could be a lot worse. So I count my blessings. I'm pretty lucky as far as it could be. Yeah, and I don't want to be anti-drinking, but booze does have calories, so you got to watch your calories elsewhere, right? But as long as you manage yourself in general, right? Well, I mean, how much time is it? I guess that's the good question. If you have a lot of time, I mean, only you know what your weight is as far as the body. Look at it as body weight percentage, right? Okay, you can have the lipodema removed with liposuction. That's probably not too pleasant, but at least, but if it works, at least that's something, right? It gives you some hope.
It's just not for me. But again, it could look
We got to
fantastic
think of
on,
some.
so this is just my first impression. When I first had this suit on and I looked in the mirror, I was like, the colors look so much better on the body.
I'll say that the way her body is shaped, her midsection, I can see why she likes these cutouts, because she doesn't have like this, she doesn't have a huge belly relative to the rest of her body. Like her midsection is relatively small compared to the rest of her. Like if she lost weight, she probably would have a small waist. But that's why she likes these cutouts. But it's just, until she can lose some weight, she needs something that covers her butt. Let's skip ahead a little bit.
But there is one small caveat that you guys need to know, because it's the suit
All right, let's go back.
happened to me in public. I don't, because I don't want the world to see my chest.
What's that?
It's not holding, guys. Okay, yeah. So in short, I can't keep this suit, even though it looks great on me, because I don't want the world to see my chest.
Okay, so she's saying the top is bursting open. And let me look at the back of the suit, because I think I can see why this is happening. Let's look at it with the top open in the back. Okay.
I think it is one thing or at least looks a little cheap.
Here we go. This right here is why the bottom of the bathing suit is popping. Because if you notice, it's stretching the suit more here than it on the bottom than it is on the top. You see how here it's kind of, well, it is kind of tight. You see how it's pulled that sideways, but around here it's even tighter. So when you look in the front, this bottom portion is pulled extra tight, and that's why it's splitting open. But it just is what it is. Okay. So she shouldn't really be blaming the suit. In fairness, it's because the suit maybe could have a little more give in that area. So maybe she's not totally wrong, but that's why it's busting.
It would be this and probably the pink, because chartreuse is a hard color for a lot of people, but fortunately it looks fantastic on me.
Oh geez, I'm so far behind in the comments.
It's hard to find a cool suit in this color. So again, we have that boning on the side that's going to keep the top
It's
up.
always a little thing.
It's going to make the suit a little less comfortable. And I'm just pointing that out for those of you who are like thinking about long all day wear. This will dig into you. It's just a curse of any type of bra-like structure that has these. So just know that. But the front
well, it's
really
good, better than the first one, right?
Like, again, metal piece.
She wasn't clasped correctly.
I love the structure that it has. I love that it creates something very new that I really have not seen.
It's okay,
in a lot of plus size swimwear. So this to me was like the showstopper, the piece that really made this collection worth it to me. And I'm,
the maintenance is really the most important part. Oh, by the way, welcome in Bamboozled. I don't know if I said welcome in, and welcome into anybody else who's come in tonight. Hopefully everybody's having a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for keeping me company tonight. I know this stream came out a little bit early because we were covering Chantel live. We're covering this clothing try on. This was a bit of an experiment. I wanted to see, some people in the chat thought it was a good idea, and it's worked out okay. I think it's worked. Yeah, this color does not work on her skin. That's a good point, Mouse Toes. The other ones, even though it just seems like she likes these really high cut suits because they fit, but the fit doesn't look good. Does that make sense? They fit because they go up, they're cut so high, they leave room for her butt, but because they don't cover her butt at all, they don't really look that good. So I just think that would be the ideal for her would be something that fits her butt a little better.
Very excited to try this one on and very hopeful that it'll work. Because it doesn't have underwire cups, I have a better chance of making this work with my chest type. So fingers crossed this one works, because honestly,
I don't know if she gets the tops on. I don't know if she gets the bottoms on. Is it possible she pulls them on from the top? Like she pulls the bottom on like over her arm and her head?
Coolest. With it, the bottom also has that same wire cutout, which is why I feel like this suit is like the most unique.
Yeah.
This I have never seen in a bottom, especially in plus size. I've seen other closings or closures, but I have not seen like a.
This is why I tend not to cover her too often, because I don't want to come across as too fat shamey. I like to come across as positive, but it's hard to be positive when she wears these clothes and she's completely delusional. So, my apologies anyone if I come across a little bit rude, but it's just hard to be nice when she wears these.
Cut out like this?
Because it's like she's trolling, like Skinny Queen and a few others have said. It's like she's trolling for comments. She could find an outfit that covers her butt. She could find an outfit that covers her rolls. She could find an outfit that's more modest. and that doesn't make her look quite as misshapen. But she doesn't. She intentionally wears the most revealing, the tightest stuff. At least this isn't showing her camel toe. Thank God. At least unlike her workout clothes, which are all showing her camel toe, at least this doesn't show that. But yeah, it's like she's trolling because she wants somebody to say, oh my God, you look terrible. Like she wants somebody to say that.
That hits on my body to see if I like it personally for me. But I did feel like this was really innovative. And I wanted to just give her props for introducing something that I personally haven't seen. And let me tell you, I've seen a lot of swim. So I love this. Okay, I found what I really love.
Thank you, Joanna.
This
Agreed.
one is Gorgina. Again, color, so good. Fit is great.
This bikini, I mean, this color doesn't work on her skin tone, I don't think. But on somebody else, I think this could look good, especially maybe on somebody who's darker skinned. I think this color might look really good.
Also notice, because I obviously explored because the other suit did not have the greatest support on these. These have a slightly different closure on them, and it's like thick. So it makes it much harder for this material to slip up and off of the like metal armature. So I trust this suit.
I'm covering her as best I can, but unfortunately, I still leave her visible.
A lot more than I did the other suit. I think it's better made just with this kind of cutout. I really love this. Again, I've never seen anything like this on the bottom. So I think this suit is really unique. I think it looks great with my skin tone. And because it's a two-piece.
All right, now here's something maybe some of you gals can understand. And I know maybe this is something a lot of people I think I've spoken to, they can relate to this. When I was working out, Diana, I don't know if anybody here tell me if you've experienced this. I was working out and I used to think that I had like no muscle. I was like, oh man, I look like crap. I got no muscle. I look like heck. And then I found a picture of myself from like 2 years ago when I used to work out and I had a bunch of muscles. And I'm like, you know what? It's crazy how back when I was working out, because the change was so gradual, I didn't really notice it. I couldn't really see it. And because I was looking at these other guys working out in the gym all the time, they all looked so much bigger than me. I was convinced that I was tiny and I didn't have any size. But after seeing a picture where I was, I'm like, wow, I really put on a lot of, so sometimes you don't really see yourself as you are, and you need to get time to get a perspective. It's like a lot of times we look at ourselves when we think, oh, I was ugly when I was younger. And then you look at a picture of yourself when you were younger and you're like, you know what? I wasn't so bad. I was kind of cute. So there you go.
Worry about the length, right? I'm just gonna have to like where everything's hitting.
That's not
so
bad.
This last suit, I think, is from the front pretty similar to a lot of suits in the market for plus size. But what I love in the back is
Can you please stop calling it plus size, Glitter? Can you? Okay, so she does understand that they make bikinis that are not super high cut. She understands that it's possible to get something that covers your butt, or at least attempts to cover your butt. This puts lie to why she got any of that other stuff. But yeah,
complete open back. So it's really giving you a moment that we don't see a lot in bigger bodies. And I think who cares?
Agreed,
Get your back out.
Who
cares? I think this is really cute. I'm also hoping this one works for me. I love this color. Like, I feel this color is just so good.
You know something? I like to have an empty fridge. But maybe not for the same reason as you. But the reason I like to have an empty fridge is because that way I can always get fresh vegetables and fresh meats and things like that. I never get stuck with anything old that I have to cook. So I don't really have don't really have much family that I live with. So I basically just buy what I need for myself and cook that. And then when that's gone, go and get something else. Because if I have a lot of food in the house, I'll find myself just eating stuff just so it doesn't spoil. So yeah. So I think thank you for that question.
On so many different skin tones, and I'm hoping that it's good on my skin tone because I think I'm going on a yacht.
Welcome in again,
I feel like this has yacht vibes, right? Yacht vibes. Okay, this is me being super nitpicky, like super.
You know, it's okay to say, hey, I don't want to wear a bikini. Like, that's something I want to point out. It's okay to not want to wear a bikini, and it doesn't mean, has nothing to do with how you look. You could be the most beautiful, the most fit person in the world and say, hey, I just don't want to wear one. Or you could be like really, really out of shape. It doesn't matter. Like, if you don't want to wear one, you don't have to wear one. It's like you don't have to wear a Speedo if you're in good shape. You don't have to show off your thighs and your hamstrings and all that. You don't have to show all that off just because you've been working out.
on so many different skin tones, and I'm hoping when this good on my skin tone because I think I'm going on a yacht.
So yeah, I think you for that question.
So this last suit, I think, is Okay, so she does understand that they make bikinis
I am 5'10". I am very average height. I am very average in height, but I'm not short at least.
Because the color, again, beautiful. Gabby knows color, and it's very clear from the collection that she knows color.
Linda Lou, I'll have you know, this has got to be the toughest, one of the toughest things that there's ever. I like to think this is a chance for me to learn to be a little more understanding and to try to be. And I also don't want to be baited. I also don't want to be baited because I know that part of why she's doing this is to get people to say mean things so that she can use them as like a way to get sympathy. So I don't want to be baited into saying something mean. Yep. Okay. Well, that's a fair point, Kitty Goddess. That's a fair point. I guess when I say edit out her legs, I mean cover her legs. If she can cover her, that's a bad way of saying it, to be fair. I should say it more like it'd be better if she had something that covered up her legs. But that's a fair point, though. I should think of it a little differently.
But here's my very nitpicky thing that most people will not even notice, but I cannot unsee. This mesh and this emerald have not been color matched correctly.
That's a good tip. That is a good tip. I've had that problem myself a lot where if I have food that I can just grab and eat, I will eat it. So I don't like to have too many things like protein bars, even though they can be healthy, because I'll just grab one and eat one in the middle of the night sometimes. Yeah, like I won't buy a massive bag of chips because I'll eat a big bag of chips. Same thing with candy. Like I'll just buy like 1 or 2 candy bars because otherwise I'll eat way too much of it. Welcome in, Ramble On. Cycling shorts. Yes, cycling shorts. Exactly. Because that would compress her legs and hold and tighten and firm up her look. That would give her that would make her look a lot, that would improve her look by a lot.
This is more warm toned and this is more cool toned. And I can't unsee it. So I can't keep the suit. And this is a totally.
Darn it. Okay. If this could be the internet. Darn it. I think I'm gonna pray it's the internet because I don't know what else it could be at this point.
Me problem. I'm 100% positive that most people would never see this.
Let me check my receiver real quick as well.
That's just my own little neuro atypical like problem.
Oh,
okay. I'm telling you in case you also suffer from that, it might bug you. Here's what I love though about it. I love where the bottom hits.
Yeah, if it cuts in and out a little bit like that, I think that's more because of the internet or YouTube. That just unfortunately that happens a little bit. If it's for an extended period of time, that's a little.
This is a much better place for this bottom to hit and the panel to hit. I will say you can also see I'm a little bit tall because I think this panel should really hit up here on me, but I'm just a little too tall for it. So again, the one pieces, I just don't think are going to work for me. And that's true for a lot of swimwear brands for me. That's why I don't wear one pieces a lot. My torso is just too long for this collection. It's definitely geared towards people that are shorter and have like shorter torsos. The tops.
Andre, is that the same 5'10", 180 centimeters? Nothing wrong with being a tall gal.
Are just too big as well. Like just in general, this is too big. So I feel like personally that this is not a great swimwear line for people who are pear-shaped. I think if you are hourglass or if you tend to have a larger chest, this collection is probably amazing for you. But for me, just not great for my body type.
It's funny is this one, even though it may not, she says it's not great for her body type, but the back seemed to be a little bit better covered. I don't need to cover all these outfits. Okay, let's cover the last one and then we'll go on.
It's like a solo travel experience. I'll tell you guys all.
Okay, see now when she puts these pants on top, this is a cute look for her. This right here is a cute look. I don't know if this is her bathing suit look, but this is about the cutest look I've seen her put on. This I think this draws attention away from her problem areas. I think this is about the best I've seen her. Like, even if you just look at her compared to these outfits together, like, doesn't she look so much better on the right?
Maybe in the future, but it's cool and is not as bougie as you think. But
and it's big enough that it fits her. Look, see how large it is. It actually fits her well. Look how good it looks when it fits.
The pants with like the long.
All right, now
Like-
when she takes it off, it doesn't look as good. But back
I
when it
hope
was
you guys
on,
are getting the vibe. Oh my gosh. And if this green suit works, maybe, or
Not a
actually
cute
maybe just
look.
a bikini top. I'll figure it out.
I
but
think it's better.
thought it would
It's
be a
better than the
vibe.
swimsuit.
I would be a vibe. Okay, I have this on and I have some thoughts. I'm keeping the cover up. It's very soft, very comfortable. Almost was gonna keep the pants, but
Well, maybe
the
not for
triangle.
you, but for
Why
her
is
it
that
works.
there? Why is it right there? And once you see it,
You think it
can't
makes it
look
look
away
worse?
because it's like right
Maybe
there.
it does.
So
I don't know. I'm
the
not an
pants are
expert on
comfortable,
colors.
but I'm not keeping them because there's a triangle on my Cardinal Lady treasure, and I just I can't see it. I think these are again a little detail that I would expect at the price point would be caught.
I think the coat looks good, but maybe the pants with the coat don't look good. At least I can see what you're saying now. The coat looks nice,
Because that's
but
rough.
the pants
That's real rough.
and the coat, it's like too many
I want to do
patterns
some
at
final
once.
thoughts now that I've tried pretty much everything on.
It's too much.
Initial
I
thoughts
don't like the
are
coat.
it's a good first effort. I feel like the colors are really great, and I know that going it on your own and launching your own collection is not easy. And I know that in the past, Gabby's had companies with like a long history of swim behind her to help with things like fit
Okay.
issues. And
All right, enough glitter. We're gonna cover. We're gonna go and do the Ramadan video with Foodie now because I do want to cover that Ramadan video really quickly. So let me get the Ramadan vid from Foodie, and then we're gonna cover that, and then we might give it a rest in a little bit. But let me get that. Let me pull that up. One second, folks. And this song by Salah is terrible. The more I listen to it, the less I like it. The first time I listened to it, I tried to be nice. Let me let everybody hear it. All right, let me pull it up. Yeah, now the triangle. I saw that. No, we're gonna torture you with the Salah singing. No, actually, I'm not gonna torture you with Salah singing. He's a. Well, you know what? Not everybody's heard it yet, so I'm gonna play it one time because not everybody's heard this. So I got to put it on regular speed to let him. Now, the first time I heard it, I was nice. The first time I heard this song, I tried to be sweet about it. The second time I heard it, I realized that it was not that good.
يا شهر الإحسان شهر الغفران رمضان 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 رمضان.
Hi, welcome back to another video.
And let me show my little cover. The Ramadan here. Okay. And anybody who's not aware, Foodie has figured out a loophole to get through Ramadan. She is sleeping all day and staying up all night. That's her trick.
Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, welcome back. A very
So
special iftar
Ramadan, the
vlog.
holiday, that's all
I'm gonna
about
say it all
fasting.
over again because I
And
realized,
yes,
you
iftar
know,
at
I
night
started
you eat.
eating and everything. Said Bismillah, started eating.
Yeah, and I noticed. Does anybody else think this? Does anybody else notice that Foodie is celebrating Ramadan? I don't know how you celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada, but it reminds me of how we celebrate Thanksgiving in America, where it's all about decorations and eating a lot. And I'm not saying whether I think that's a good way to celebrate or not, but that's traditionally what I see a lot of people in America doing. They put up a lot of decorations and they eat a lot for Thanksgiving. All Foodie has talked about is decorating and eating and feasting. That's it.
And I wasn't recording, so. All right, I have some little Ramadan lanterns. Julia makes a cameo appearance. Beef stew, homemade beef stew. The beef is very tender. I tried it. It's a little liquidy, but it's been cooking in the oven for 2.5 hours. It wasn't ready on time for Mac.
Oh, and allegedly she's been letting Harry roam free with Julia around there, which is really unsafe. And it's just crazy that she's doing it. And the only reason she could be doing it is just to upset the people in her audience who care about animals and they don't want to see the hamster harmed. But there's no explanation for why else she would be allowing that.
When I was supposed to stop the fasting, break the fast. So I had a date and a little glass of milk. And
That is beef stew, Zoe. And let's do a little quick calorie estimate. This beef stew, it looks greasy. You could see the layer of grease on the top. So even though there's vegetables, they look like they were boiled in oil. They have that greasy falling apart look. And it probably wasn't, I mean, I don't know if it was cooked long enough or not. I don't know if it was meant to be thin, but there's just so much grease. Because look in that spoon. You can see it's pooling with grease. There's like an entire puddle of grease at the top. So I'm going to say that bowl of stew, soup, whatever that is, has got to be like 500 calories, maybe more, 600, 700. That's a really big bowl. And there's a lot of grease. But then when you add in the bread, which has got mayonnaise and cheese, I don't know how many calories are in a grape leaf, but then you also have this sweet, sparkling candy drink that she got. This is yet again, she's over 1,000 calories for every meal.
For like 2.5 hours, maybe a bit more. So yeah, and now we have to have bread and butter with stew. So this is bread and butter with a piece of Gouda cheese and some grape leaves.
Bread and butter with 2 slices of cheese. Why did she just use plain bread with cheese? Like, I don't get it. Like, that's like what they serve in prison. That's what they serve in summer camp. Harry the 13th. He's more Harrys than the English throne. She only has serving dishes. She only has serving spoons and stuff too. She claims it's not a serving spoon, but yeah, I see that oil in there. It's got maybe 800. I could see that because there's so much grease and those vegetables soaked up all the grease. So yeah, RIP to Harry. Is this Harry still? Beef spoo. Welcome again, Susie. Yeah, Harry the 12th, Harry the 13th. It's sad to see it. I can see that, Fiona. It's fair. I get you. But I do like to cover a little bit. You call the reaction channels trash. Well, you think he'd be nosing around here. He enjoys the smell.
I'm gonna make grape leaves, but
a sandwich.
I found a can way back in the cupboard. I'm gonna finish this first. And I'm trying this new drink.
And this new drink.
Rocket Ice Lolly flavor. Now I love Rocket Ice Lollies, but sparkling, it has 0 sugar. It's a sparkling.
Okay, it has 0 sugar. What the heck is even in that then? Is that just like an all NutraSweet drink? Like, what even is that if it's no sugar? How she isn't even bigger. She is getting bigger. She is getting really big. She's eating at least 5,000 calories a day, in my opinion. We did the math. It wasn't 5,000. It was like 3,000 something. We did the math for 400 pounds. It had to be over 3,000 a day. But for her to continue gaining the way she is, probably closer to 5,000 a day. A scatbot. It's wild how she eats every day. That's a good point, Fiona's mom. Let's see how it looks when she puts her hand on it.
It's supposed to taste like Rocket Ice Lolly. So,
and I love how she puts up the little lanterns here. Like she is so into the decorations for Ramadan, but she doesn't seem to understand that if you don't even try to do the fasting, you're kind of missing the point.
Can I try this now?
The 42nd. Yeah, she shows 3,000 a day.
It's not bad, but I don't think I would buy them again. I can taste the fake sugar way too much. I don't know. But anyway, it's okay. So yes, Bismillah. Yeah, so I broke my fast with date, which that's like tradition, like a date and a little glass of milk. I was really, really hungry, so the cold milk actually tastes good. Normally, I don't like just milk on its own like that. I love carrots. Yum. I like the flavor of the Worcester and the bay leaves in stew. Can't believe I wasn't recording.
Ice pops are good, and I like to eat those. Back when I was in the gym a lot, I used to eat the ice pops when I got out of the gym because I would be so hot after I got out, and I would get home and I would put on the AC extra, but it would take a little time to cool off, so I would eat an ice pop to cool myself off. Look how much grease is in there. I have a story for you. Like she's dipping the bread in the grease. Yes. Yes, Linda Lou, that too. But let me get these in order here. Bamboozled first. That's an excellent point. Ramadan is supposed to be about family, faith, friends. Where's the family back in Canada? Where's the friends? Lost. Where's the faith? She hasn't found it yet. And notice how her eyes roll back in her head when she eats the food. Now, yes, I know you're supposed to feast after you finish your fast, but isn't it supposed to be like a feast in celebration of like how you've completed your fast? It's like, if you don't actually fast, have you really earned the feast? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you can't eat if you have a medical condition or something, but I think you get my point. Oh, yes, Linda Lou. Her last video, she was doing all these quotes from the Quran and all this stuff about oh, well, Sheikh, the Sheikh says that that money is the root of all evil and all this. She just was so preachy last video. I love this picture.
My hamster almost gave me a heart attack.
Welcome in, Holy Water. Or welcome in again.
You can't even see this one.
Yes, that is so her. That is so her.
Oh,
she's the kind of person when she turned 18, she probably started smoking. She's like, you can't tell me not to.
Must be my fault because, okay.
She probably smoked before that, but.
I went in to his bedroom. We keep his cage in the spare room with the door closed because of the cat, obviously.
All right. Harry's bedroom is the spare room. And they went into his bedroom, which is the spare room. Okay.
He's escaped a few times.
He's escaped a few times. How is he escaping regularly? Yes, yes. She claims that he's escaping, but if he's escaping multiple times, that's why I say she let him out. Because she's not being responsible if he's regularly escaping. If he escapes once, okay, you weren't careful. But I don't think Foodie is really being careful at all. I think she just kind of lets him out and hopefully gets him back later.
We always found him.
Yes.
Usually because for some reason I forget to properly latch the door.
Exactly. There you go. I didn't see this video fully, so that makes total sense. She forgets to properly latch the door.
Anyway.
Forgetting to properly latch the door is about the most irresponsible thing you can do as a pet owner with a hamster when you have a cat in your house. Like, how much more, like, how lazy can you be?
We were having chicken. Was this last night when we had
Harry Houdini?
I think it was like last night. I go to give him a little piece of breast because hamsters can have small amounts of chicken.
She's talking so slow.
Some tender beef. Anyway.
That's a good question, Zoe. I'm not an expert. I know my chat could probably answer that better than me because I know a few of them have had to have their gallbladders out at various points. From my understanding, it makes it harder to digest fats and other types of foods. And if the food is not as well digested, it tends to cause stomach upset, and it tends to exit without being fully digested. So a little more aggressively without being nasty. But yeah. But some people say it doesn't affect them that much. So I guess it depends on the person. Some people it affects them a lot. Some people not so much. So it depends. Foodie's case, I think she's always got a stomach ache. The ending is going to come at the bedbound arc is going to be the second to last cycle. I can tell you that, Nirvana.
His house, his bedding was there. Yeah. I had a pair of socks right beside his cage on my dresser.
You know what, Linda Lou? I was thinking of doing a retro react that next time. That's, you know what, it's getting too late for it now, but that's what I should have done. I thought about it too. Would you folks like to see a retro react one of these days? Especially, I really wanted to do the ones with her and Salah when they first got to Kuwait. I thought it was so interesting covering what they acted like when they first got to Kuwait together. It was so different. I watched one the other day, and now that it's been like a year, it is so, yeah, okay. I think that's what we're going to watch next week. I think we're going to watch a retro from when Salah and Chantel from like last year when they first got together again. Because I thought that was so interesting to see.
For bedding, so I just let him have it.
Oh, thank you, Nora. Thank you for the explanation.
Usually when I come in, he comes right up from underground. He buries himself.
Oh, welcome in, Kitty J.
No wiggly nose and whiskers this time. So I start panicking.
Let me make sure I got this loud enough. Going to reduce the speed just a little bit because she's talking just a little fast.
Because, you know, I think the worst. I hear that hamsters only live to be 2 to 3 years, you know, max.
I think Foodie's scared that Harry's going to live too long and she's trying to get rid of him.
I don't know how long it's been. It must be a year. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to cover next week.
You know, Howie.
Yes, 100 pounds. And that's another thing, Mouse Toes. You can see how much smaller she was. You can really see the, people say 100 pounds. Yeah, you can see it. You can absolutely see it. She looks 100 pounds smaller. Easy.
Under the shavings. He's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So I panic. I'm like, Salah, the hamster.
She's eating from a big bowl.
I don't feel any of my vegetables either. I wash them and that's it. I don't care about that.
We're not going to watch this whole vid. Let me skip forward a little bit. So after she eats the sandwich, look what happens.
If the chicken disappears,
she goes under the table.
But I'm going to have more, a little more things. If the chicken disappears, then we know for a fact that he's okay.
Oh, good eyes. And she wears the skin smoothening filters or uses the skin smoothening filters.
The bread in the bag.
And you can see the red marks. You can absolutely see the mark from the mask right there. And you know what else? Foodie's forehead has gotten fat. Look at her eye sockets. This is where you can really see how she's gained weight since she got to Kuwait. When she got to Kuwait, she was big, but her eye sockets were normal. Look how the top of her eye sockets have swelled up and her forehead. Like this, she's got the top of her head has gotten big. And that wasn't like that when she first came here.
From my cat because she loves bread. She'll literally steal the whole bag. She's weird.
Her cat will steal the bread.
A little bit of it, but where's the knife? Oh. Anyway, last sandwich.
I think she does. And she's making another sandwich, of course.
So we went to that.
It's like a tanuki who keeps it in his ball sack.
And you know, I had trouble sleeping. I had dreams and about Howie, and I was so sad. I was like depressed, you know. I feel like not knowing where he is, if he's okay or not.
She's got that alien shape.
Usually is when he escapes, but still. So after sleeping, wake up. I go in the room. The chicken is gone. So I felt like a huge wave of relief. And I was like, hey, the chicken's gone. And even he was relieved because we love our hamster. So I was like, let's just leave him live happy in between the furniture. He obviously likes it. So I was like, no, he's gonna poop everywhere, which is true. And I want to know if he's okay. So, like 100%, I want to know where he is. So,
a butter and cheese sandwich.
I also noticed, besides the chicken being missing, that his sock full of wood shavings, all his bedding was missing. Okay.
So what did he do? What is she suggesting?
So this little bugger, this little thief, he must have dragged all his bedding to where his new location
is.
They do? In the moving house.
Ooh, where?
I said, I had a brilliant idea. I said, let's follow the shavings and see where he goes.
So in other words, he didn't just escape. He didn't escape. Escaping is when he gets out of his cage and you find him. He didn't escape. He escaped and built a little home for himself in another room. So he's not even living in his cage. He's basically living under the chair for a period of time.
Sure enough, there was a trail leading to the couch, the gray sofa in the spare room, under it. And along the way, like right by the entrance,
I'm sorry, Zoe.
You see the sock. I'm like, oh my gosh. The sock is there.
Oh, geez. Let me slow it down and
also
see
a
it.
bunch of hamster droppings.
2 on her knuckles, 1 on her finger, another on her palm. That's
don't know, man.
nasty.
Rodents?
I mean, warts are caused by a bacteria or a virus, I think.
Poop a million times an hour, I swear. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, her fake 100,000 subs also. Can't forget that.
this meal is so good.
She bought
Well,
100K
lift up the
subs
couch,
or
like,
bought
totally.
10K of them.
He says, you look underneath.
La cochina.
He's holding the couch up. I look underneath. Howie, and I don't know where he got this from.
She probably doesn't even
He's
notice it.
sleeping on top of a new nest he made.
Okay, so in other words, how long was Howie escaped for that he was able to build an entire new little nest and she didn't even notice?
But the nest was made of like tissues and bottle caps and whatever he could find.
He tried to run
under
away.
the
He hate.
furniture.
Okay, that should tell you something. A hamster likes his cage. A hamster feels comfortable and safe in his cage. A hamster will often run back to his cage, even if he escapes. A lot of times he'll just run back to his cage if his cage is where he has his little home or her little home. If that's where he's cozy, if that's where his home is, if that's where his water is, if that's where his food is, if that's where he sleeps every day, if that's where his little running wheel is, he's going to go back to his cage generally. The fact that he went and built a little home for himself in another part of the house means he's not happy in his cage.
And he's just chilling there.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind that he almost gave me a heart attack.
No problem, Zoe. We're probably going to be ending it soon anyway. Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
So
Hey, Mouse Toes, do you think it's possible they went the opposite direction? Like they started on the genitals and then... You think that's possible? He has a stash. Howie's got a stash of snacks. Oh, do you think Howie found her sugar? That's what it was. Foodie's stash of snacks. Howie found Foodie's stash. That's what it was. Foodie had hidden a bunch of food under the thing. She hid like a bunch of Majboos chicken or something. And Howie smelled the food that Foodie hid. He snuck out and got into Foodie's stash. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. His cage wasn't. Yeah, his cage is too. If his cage is filthy, that would make him not want to stay in there. He wanted to go meet the drain rat. They really don't have any business having pets. And she wants kittens. She wants kittens. Kuwait is overrun with stray cats. Kuwait has too many stray cats. They do not need kittens. Well, I hope she's, well, whatever. Ugh. Oh, that's right. The pizza boxes in BB's closet that caused the bug problem. I remember that now. I agree. I would think so too, Zoe. I had a hamster for a little while as a kid. I rehomed it because I just wasn't. I wasn't the best at caring for it, so I decided I should have it rehomed. But see, at least I was responsible enough to get it rehomed, right? You know, I knew I wasn't the best pet owner even for a hamster at that age. She wants him to run away. That's an interesting theory. Ooh, welcome in, Lonnie. That is a good theory, Lonnie Macy. She is eating that stew very slowly, and this is her second sandwich. She probably already had her first bowl of that stew in the kitchen. Yeah, he needs a bigger cage. 7 years for your hamster. Wow. Yeah, I know they can live. They can live a while. Yeah, those are big vegetables. They look so greasy, don't they? Oh, that's adorable. We did have a pet gerbil that we could take home. I took it home for the weekend. I was a good owner for the weekend, but I was a good owner of the hamster at first, but after a few months, it was a bit too much for me and rehomed it. But hey, you know, at least I rehomed it, right? Ugh. I may have been exposed to it. I don't get breakouts, thankfully. But I may have been exposed to it. I guess it's possible. Yeah, treat your animals right, or don't, or you know what? You just don't have to keep them. There's nothing that requires you to have pets. There's no reason why you have to have pets. If you want to have pets, fine, but take care of them properly. That's something that I think should just go without saying. I mean, I always thought that went without saying until I started seeing all these people on the internet who as a kid, I always thought like, oh, well, you know, I don't really, taking care of pets is a lot of work, you know, and some people, they want it, they don't mind it. But then I see people like this, they get pets and they just don't take care of them. It's like, what? They just don't understand it. It's crazy. Oh, that's a disease they can get. That's a good point. Oh, that's right. They do have an HPV vaccine now. I got to be careful what I say on YouTube. You never know. They might decide to troll me, but yeah, I've heard about that. Well, yeah, you can only blame yourself for that one, right? That's not the worst. Oh, I want to say I did. I think they stopped doing that like the year before. I don't remember if I did it or not. I remember, actually, no, wait a minute. I can't remember if I did or I didn't. I can't remember. So it was too long ago. Well, that's good news. That's fantastic. Now I get you, Nirvana. It's a lot of work to have a pet, and I totally respect that. I totally respect that. Like that's why I don't have pets. I don't. If I had a bigger property, I could see myself getting a pet, but right now I you know, not in the right place for it. That's fantastic. Oh wow. That they really gave you the full. That they used to only give that to the you know, they made you have to do that if you were in the in my school.
I said, okay, now's our chance. I'll hold the couch, you squeeze under.
I know at the reform school, like the kids who like got in trouble, they made them carry the baby doll. They had to like, and they would be like a boy and a girl, and they would pair them up, and they both had to take care of it
because he's obviously more capable physically. Julia, hi, baby girl.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how could you not smell that? How could you not smell that?
And the hamster didn't.
Oh, well, thank you, Zoe. You're very
away.
sweet. I appreciate it.
Luckily, Salah grabbed him, which is a huge improvement for him with pets because
Interesting.
he never grew up in a household that had pets. And he was always like
I think I've had it. I don't know,
but like squeamish to hold a rodent.
But I don't want to get, you know, personal people's. I don't like discussing medical personal stuff unless people want to. It's their right to discuss it.
So,
yeah, that's why that was a little bit before. Yeah, I'm a little bit younger than that. Not that much younger, but I'm just a little bit younger than that.
I grabbed him and I was like, Howie. I was so elated.
I'm always worried when she grabs Howie. But yes, I do want to say though, I'm working behind the scenes on getting the Discord ready, and I really think when it's done, it'll be cool to have. I really want to get more serious about the health and the nutrition and all that kind of thing. And
I want it as a ringtone.
I think this would be a fun way to do it as a little bonus for people if they buy a channel membership. So next week I'm gonna have more information.
I don't think I'll ever get another hamster after Howie. I love him, and I really mean this like in the nicest way
She
possible.
says she loves him for real.
I love him like to death. He's so cute.
But
I don't find hamsters are good pets. Like,
of course, you knew there was going to be a but, didn't you? Didn't you? As soon as you heard she loves him to death, I was like, but
in the nicest way possible. I love him like to death. He's so cute.
But
I don't find hamsters are good pets. Like,
what a surprise. She doesn't care if he lives or dies.
They just don't like humans. Like,
That's a good question. Solitary. I wouldn't say it's always one or the other. I think it depends on where you get it. I think if it's fresh and it's from a good farm, I think either one could be good. They're both good if you get them, you know, in good quality. Either one can be good. I like red meat. I like lamb and beef. I think they're both pretty good. Yeah, I think both of them can be quite good. And even though it's true, you got to be careful. It depends on some people. They're more susceptible to cholesterol. But if you don't have cholesterol issues, red meat is usually pretty good stuff.
They just like to hide most of the time.
Was there another clip I wanted to show in here toward
They're
the
not
end?
cuddly, you know.
Nah, she finished the bowl though. She
Yeah,
shows you
dude.
the empty bowl.
Dinner with me. Again, it's
But I think we're going to cut it off here though. I think we've had a really good show, folks. You folks have been awesome. I really appreciate everybody coming in here tonight. I really had a busy week. I was not able to get as much stuff done as I wanted to, but I'm glad I was able to come in here and put on a decent show for you folks. I'm happy about that. Tried something a little bit different tonight with doing the Glitter and Lasers fashion show. It was interesting. It was an interesting change of pace. I think I exposed how little I know about fashion. But it was fun. At least we tried, right? And thank you, everybody. Thank you for guiding me and educating me, because I don't always know everything, right? I try to act like I know a lot, but sometimes I need you folks to really kind of clue me in on some stuff, because but I try to know stuff, But if you're a specialist in a field or something, hey, nothing wrong with knowing what's up. All right. Well, I don't see Hannibal on tonight, so I'm just gonna. And I know Skinny Queen is not on tonight either. So I'm just gonna say goodnight to everybody, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and be blessed, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave a comment if you're watching the replay, and I hope next week to have some exciting news for everybody. And if I don't, well, just won't say anything. All right. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Be blessed, everyone. Lots of love in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope that, if anything else, I hope I spread a positive message, even though stay a little snarkiness in the middle. But in the end, let's try to be positive, regardless of where you are, what you look like, how you feel. You can always work to be healthier. And as somebody who's been unhealthy and who's been healthy and who's healthy at the moment, definitely prefer being healthy. So everybody, respect and love, and I hope everybody has a great night. I will see you next week, or maybe even before then. Bye-bye.